Hello YouTube, I'm Pilot Stud and welcome to another Microsoft Flight Simulator add-on showcase. Today we're taking a look at AREX, or Airport Regional Environment X, North America for Microsoft Flight Simulator, a payware add-on that adds a variety of ground vehicles, realistic ground vehicles, to the simulator. Let's get right into it. Hey guys, Pilot Stud here and welcome back to another video. Now today we're taking a look at this rather inexpensive payware add-on that does increase the realism of your simulator by adding realistic ground service vehicles from your catering car to your pushback tug to the sim. Now this is the North American version, meaning that it adds these ground vehicles to the USA and Canada, not anywhere else. This cost me £7.50, which to be honest isn't too much for a Microsoft Flight Simulator add-on, but is it worth it with Ground Services X coming down the line? Well, today I'll be looking into that and answering that question in the end of this video, so be sure to stay for that one. We're going to compare it to the default version first. So here we are at Dallas Fort Worth in the beautiful state of Texas in the USA. Now of course this add-on only does cover the United States of America and Canada, or North America as a whole, and therefore the logos on the trucks and the style of the trucks match up to that area. Now, right now you're seeing the default ground services hard at work, and I mean they do look very nice, I have to admit. However, as you fly around on this sim, they do start to merge into one and it can get quite boring. Now, if you don't want to buy this for the £7.50 you pay for it, then you can get logoed vehicles on websites like flightsim.to. But they aren't custom modelled trucks that match the area you're in, so just bear that in mind. This is what that add-on brings, that is its main selling point, that it brings custom modelled trucks and vehicles into the sim with logos matching the North American area. Now we're going to swap over to the add-on to see how it looks. Okay, so swapping over to back where we started, you can see right now we're using the default version you get with this mod. Now by that I mean when you start this up you can select what airline you want. You can choose from American Airlines, Air Canada, Alaska Airlines, Delta Airlines, Frontier Airlines, JetBlue Airways, Spirit Airlines, Southwest Airlines, United Airlines or WestJet Airlines. Now the really annoying thing is that you cannot change these mid-game. Bringing you onto the configuration screen, you can see you have to download this via something called Contrail, which is actually a really nice kind of multi-developer installer that allows you to install a variety of add-ons from a variety of developers. Now sadly you can't change these mid-game, so right now we're on default, which gives us Swissport and Menzies aviation ground vehicles. I mean, not being able to change the mid-game is a bit disappointing, but for £7.50 it is nice to have that variety. We're going to take a look at some of the more airline specific ones in a minute, but now let's take an overall look of the vehicles you get with the default selection. So with this configuration you get Sky Chefs as your default catering company. You get this custom modelled baggage cart, which to be fair I do like, I prefer it over the default one. There's a good amount of detail here but nothing too outstanding. You of course get your custom bags in there as well. Now the baggage conveyor is a bit of a letdown with no branding on here either, but you do get a rather nice ground power unit. Now my favourite thing would probably be the pushback tug, because they look a lot better. This looks a lot more North American to the default ones in my opinion. Of course I've never actually been over there so I haven't seen any in person, but to me it looks a bit more realistic. Now the nice thing about this is that you do get some variation even on the default configuration, meaning you won't just be seeing the same vehicles dotted around. Aside from all of the standard ground services, you've of course got brand new fire engines and fuel trucks. Ignore the UPS A320, that is just delivery megapack. One of my favourite things are the little yellow ground vehicles you have driving around. They look rather good if I do say so myself. So far it is a pretty mixed bag. The configuration setting, meaning you have to uninstall and reinstall, from my testing is a bit annoying. The ground vehicles, they are a bit hit and miss. Some of them look really nice and others do not. But overall it does look a lot better than the default ones, I'm sure. But then in my opinion I'm just not 100% when you can get custom textures on the ground vehicles already for free from flightsimulator.to. I'm slightly hesitant to recommend it at this moment, but now let's look at some of the airline configurations. By the way, you also get nice little airport vans like that one. Okay, so this is when, in my opinion, the add-on begins to really shine. I've selected the American Airlines airline configuration, and you can see we've got American Airlines themed ground vehicles now. Now remember, you've got plenty of airlines to choose from here, so I mean it's interchangeable with all of these. And my comment about uninstalling it earlier doesn't appear to be true. You can just log off, click the button, and log back on. And that seems to work, so not too much hassle, but still I prefer a way to change it mid-game. And also it changes all of the ground service vehicles, but this is just a Microsoft Flight Simulator SDK restriction at the moment, so hopefully that will change in the future. From the American Airlines themed ground power units to the baggage cart in the back there, it really does look pretty good. I'm not 100% sure they do actually look like this in America, but I might be completely wrong. Of course, it's like this in Canada as well, and in the future I'll expect to see a European pack, a South American pack, an Asian pack and an African pack or something like that. I think that would be pretty nice. So the question you want me to answer is Aeroports Regional Environment X for North America worth it? Well, I do think it really depends, and I think this one is a lot more based on personal opinion and where you fly. £7.50 or $10 isn't too much for an add-on like this, and if you want the convenience of not having to go on flightsimulator.to to download custom textured models, then of course, yeah, this is for you. On top of that, you do get customly modelled models as well for your ground vehicles, and they do look a lot nicer in my opinion. The user interface is nice, but in my opinion, I personally wouldn't get it if I wasn't a YouTuber to review it, because of course I don't fly in America, so it's not really worth it for me. Overall, I give it a rating of 6.5 out of 10. It's a nice add-on, it does its job very well, although there's certainly some issues that should be resolved down the line, such as being able to swap mid-game, or not having every single ground service vehicle textured like it. Just my view guys, I personally wouldn't get it, but that's because I don't fly in America. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe if you haven't done it already. Also remember to check out my Amazon affiliate links down below for all the equipment I use. If you want to become a channel member for exclusive perks, the link is down below, but from me today, that is all, bye bye.